great victory, great game plan. I thought they, being down Martin, they really rallied, and Clayton was tremendous. Our game plan defensively was to try to get the ball out of his hands, and after the first couple possessions, you would never know that was our game plan. We did it the first couple possessions, and then we stopped doing it. Yeah, I kind of sensed this was about to happen at any point. We have had greater effort and energy, or at least matched the effort and energy. Every team we played, I knew that we were due for a letdown. I give Florida the credit. I think understand. If I were to redo a few things, I don't know that I had our team understand how important this game was to Florida, in the sense that Florida could be a Final Four team. If they lose this game, they're 4 games behind us in the league. All right. Now they're only 2, and they're still in it. I mean, they just came in here like they had to win it. That's how they played every possession, and so they just they played harder. They played better. They played more desperately. We did not look like the number 1 team in the country. We didn't act like the number 1 team in the country. We didn't prepare like it, and as a result, we got beat.
All right, please raise your hand. We'll start with Jack and then Hogue.
Coach, back here. So coming off of a loss that you haven't experienced in Neville Arena in almost a year, how do you get the team set up for the stretch that you have coming up, starting with Vanderbilt coming up?
Practice at 2 o'clock tomorrow. Practice at 2 o'clock tomorrow. They lift at 1. I'll go home tonight, start working on a little bit of Vanderbilt, probably look at this a little bit, and just keep doing what we do. You've got to embrace the grind. There's no question it's a grind. It's a grind for everybody. We go to Vanderbilt where they've only lost once at home, and they've beaten Kentucky, and they just beat Texas today, and they've beaten Tennessee. So, we know that's going to be a tough place to win.
Yeah, I was just going to ask you to expound a little bit on their assist number 22. I think the most you guys have given up was 13 against Purdue. I guess what kind of just went into their ability to share the basketball?
They did a great job of making plays out of their ball screen. They did a great job of throwing it out of the ball screen. They were properly spaced, and we had a game plan that we thought was going to be effective. It wasn't, and we kept on trying to get the guys to execute that game plan instead of maybe we could have made some adjustments. But the way they played out of the ball screen and shared the ball and spaced, and they banged a bunch of shots. They banged a bunch of shots, and their bench really stepped up for them. Really stepped up for them. We missed a lot of shots inside. A lot of 2-point baskets. We'll go back and look at it and go, golly, in a big game, you got to make them. Got to make more of those.
Coach, Denver had a tough night, 0 for 4 from the field, 3 turnovers. That's coming off our game where he didn't miss a shot. Can you talk about how you're going to coach him this week and how he bounces back from this?
I would have to look at the stat sheet to recognize that that's what it was. I did. I looked at it earlier and went, wow, I didn't realize Denver, didn't score, didn't make a bucket, I think there was a little level of fatigue with him. I do, and because he's been terrific. So I'm not worried about Denver.
All right, Jerry, then Ferg.
Kind of looking at how Florida's front court played aggressively today. Did that kind of shock you guys today?
No, that's how they played last year at Florida. Don't forget this team had us down 25 last year at Florida. So it was very much the same. They handed it to us down there, and they handed it to us again. And we were able to get them in the finals of the SEC tournament, but they handed it to us. And they were more physical, they were more aggressive, and as a result, they were more successful.
Bruce, you said whenever you guys lose, it's going to be about how you respond to adversity and just how you rally from it. I know it's early, but can you kind of give a sense of where you think this team's kind of head's going to be? It's been a while since you guys have lost.
We'll see tomorrow at 2 o'clock.
Peter.
You mentioned earlier, Clayton, kind of the game plan early on was to try to keep him from getting the ball. What made that so difficult and allowed him to be so effective?
It required multiple effort. It just required multiple effort. and we just didn't give it.
Any other questions? Thanks, Coach.
Thank you.